I'm a kitty and I don't want to stop cuddling her.
You're adorable.
I don't want to get out of
Do
bed.
you have multiple alarms set? Are you one of those people?
No, I don't. I have never ever had an issue with getting up. If I set an alarm,
Getting it up. Ladies.
I had plenty of issues. No, I'm just kidding.
It's very old.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the breakdown. Good morning, party people.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. No, I've never had an issue getting up when I've got an alarm set. Only because I think back when I first became a tradie and stuff and I had to get up really early and I wasn't used to it,
Yeah.
if I did snooze it, I would sometimes accidentally fuck it up and turn it off then sleep in. And the dreaded feeling, anyone out there who's ever had an early rising job, like that you've had to get up for before the sun's up, and you hit the snooze and then you wake up and you see sunlight coming through the window and you just get this overwhelming sense of dread, like, oh, I've slept in, and you're kind of too scared to check the clock, but you know you have to get your ass up and move.
Otherwise the day just won't begin.
Yeah.
I just wrote, look.
Yeah. What about you? Multiple alarms?
No, never.
Yeah.
When I used to travel with Walt, my old photographer, who's we're friends with, he had like 12 alarms, and it would do my head in. Like, you'd have him set for like 10 minutes apart, 20 minutes apart. I'm like, you're not sleeping. That's not good. You're just delaying the inevitable and making yourself feel shit by the time you get up.
But also, did it piss you off if I was with a partner that did that, it would piss me off because I'm like, you've set your alarm like 40 minutes earlier so you can then snooze it for 10 minutes 3 times.
Yeah.
And you've now essentially taken 40 minutes sleep off me and yourself because you can't just go, that's my alarm, sit up. As soon as you sit up, you're good. You're done. You're up.
Well, some people aren't. Some people suck.
Anyway.
We're checking out Boys Like Girls. This is a band that have not been around for a hot minute. They've just returned. They've got a new album, Sunday at Foxwoods. This is their brand new track, Miracle.
I know the name. I don't think I've ever really actively ever listened to them. But they were from the emo scene, right?
They were much more from the pop-punky before well, maybe post-emo? I don't know. They were much more pop-orientated. Very big. You'd probably know like The Great Escape. That was like one of their...
I'm sure I would have heard...
Throw it away, forget yesterday, we'll make the dread...
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah. Now I'm doubting myself singing that.
Okay.
They were a band... It was never a band that I got into heavily at the time. I think probably around that stage I was starting to get into heavier music. And so it wasn't my immediate go-to.
Would that have been around the time when I was all like... The Used and Poison the Well and Glassjaw and...
Nah, after then.
After?
Yeah, much
so
after
it's been
then.
all like...
Let me look it up.
Heavy stuff. Bleeding Through and Parkway Drive and...
Boys Like
Don't like...
Girls.
That's the other way around, isn't it? Girls don't like boys.
They formed in 2005 and their bigger album was 2006. So that would have been probably like Under Oath was getting big around then. That sort of era. That's like, Parkway Drive, Under Oath, even like Bring Me the Horizon's first album came out around that time. So it would have been like that era a bit more.
Yeah, I wasn't really actively searching for stuff like this. There was a few, that I loved, like Finch and things like that, but even they weren't really...
Much more popular than that.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, I guess we're going to find out.
They're a bit more like rock influence now, I think.
Okay, I like rock.
I'm excited to hear this. 3, 2, 1.
Like and subscribe. Share our videos around. Check out our merchandise. Boom, boom. Help us out. We'd really appreciate it. Tommy Lee.
I'm still hung upon a younger love, yeah, 'cause something good and fuck it up, oh. But I was just too drunk to fight for us that morning. You left just like you said you'd leave, yeah, 'cause you got tired of me being me, oh. I'm still not better than I used to be, at least I'm honest. I need somebody, I wish you were that somebody. I don't need just anybody, need somebody like you, yeah. I need somebody, I could be that somebody.
Is this kind of indicative of their older stuff?
No, no.
Okay.
No, it's much more current production. Could be a Justin Bieber's type song.
Yeah, I'm going to say though, it's when you mentioned the time that they were from and the bands that they were kind of around when they came out. I did not expect him to have such a more like baritone voice. I expected it to be a more sort of whiny emo pop voice.
It was. His vocals have changed. The delivery of it's changed a bit more too.
Okay.
Your headphones are twisting. It's doing your head in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do a little quick fix up?
Yep.
I can just see he's going to be distracted the whole film clip otherwise, trying to twist his headphones out.
Yep. Boys like girls. Boys do not like it. How did I do that? Oh my goodness. Lordy. I'm a work in progress,
You don't have
people.
any more here. The production's cool.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's quite 80s.
Yeah.
Which I do dig. This is giving me Death Race vibes. Eliminated. This reminds me of a video game, which you probably didn't play because you didn't play video games that much. Did you ever know a video game called Destruction Derby?
No.
Oh, it was so good.
Was it just running into other cars with cars?
Yeah. Yeah. And trying to destroy other cars and be the last car standing.
Okay.
It was great.
They're doing like the adult version of that.
Someone should do a remake of that game.
They are. It's right here. Oh, double elimination.
Oh, socked him right in the kisser.
It's a very Beartooth guitar right there. Very fuzzy. I imagine this song would hit a lot heavier live.
I was thinking that just then as well. Oh shit. Sweet burnout. Oh, you fucked up. Brr. He's like, all right, you can date me. Fine.
The one.
That was a fun music video. I liked it. I'm not yawning because I don't like it. It was just a tired little man. Cool. Yeah, that's just the credits.
Well, that's
We're
still
done
playing.
with that.
Oh, it stopped. Oh well.
I remember the logo on the cover. I don't think I know it.
I don't think you would have listened to it.
His voice is very different. Is it the same dude?
Same dude.
Yeah, that's not my jam. It's just
No, it's not about
to like la la la. Like, I don't know.
It was not your era. This was a band that was huge with teenage girls, and you were 28 at that stage.
Are you suggesting that I've never been a teenage girl, Nathan?
That's not me calling you old. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
You were actually probably around 28 when these guys were peaking. And so that's not you as the...
No, I would have been younger than that. Like, maybe 24, 25, 2004.
No, that's when the first album came out. They peaked after that. You would have been like 28 when they were like at their peak.
Yeah, and I was all just like, metalcore and hardcore or nothing.
That's exactly what he's like.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's pretty much what I'm like now, actually.
They actually remind me of the Main a little bit.
I was going to say they kind of remind me of like the Main, but also crossed with like, I don't know, like Maroon 5 and...
Oh, yeah. I can do that.
Like you said, like Bieber and the Kid Laroi and things like that. I can feel, like, hear that vibe in there.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad by any means. It was really good and really catchy.
It's still not your song, though. I would like to
hear... It kind of reminds me of the 1975 a little bit as well. Like the older stuff.
No, I don't hear that.
It's super catchy, pop-driven, like some pop production elements in there.
Yeah.
In that sense. So it's sort of like, I lump those things all together where it's like, it's inoffensively catchy and hooky, but it doesn't really give me anything that I can grab onto to be like, oh, I'd love to put that on again.
Sure.
However, now, I will say though, I did really like his voice. I like the tone of his voice. I love the production. The production's really great.
He's very fucking handsome too.
They're all pretty handsome.
Yeah.
To be honest. If they'd lent more into the 80s synth pop realm or power pop realm, I probably would have liked it more. Because it's weird with me. I've got this like middle ground where I don't really like to sit.
You know what that is?
What?
It's being old. That's an actual thing. I watched a video on that
Is
today.
it really?
Yeah, there's a thing. It was aimed at like my generation as well, because I'm probably just after. I think you're... What generation are you? We talked about it before.
I can't remember. I can never remember.
You
I
were
think
the
I'm
ones
just millennial still.
Okay, sure. There's a thing with this dude who's like ripping on... I don't know what the band was. Fuck, now it's going to bug me. Anyway, essentially he's been like, this is the reason that people like talk about old people being like, oh, like music was better back in my day, because everyone gets like that to a degree. You get to a point of being like, this is what I grew up on, that's why I like this, and then you forget about a thing, and then you like something new, and then the new age thing that's sort of sounding like the old part. I'm explaining this so badly. They're like, it's talking about mumble rap, people being like,
Oh, yeah.
mumble rap, like, how is this
But
music?
mumble rap's
This is the thing.
horrible.
But that's because you're old as fuck. For the younger generation, they're like, this is sick. This is the thing that gets me going. This pumps me up. And then they hear Blink-182, and they're like, what is this shit? It's so whiny. Whereas we're like, this is sick.
Yeah.
It's the generational thing. And I'm now making a conscious effort to try and embrace the younger generation. I still don't like much mumble rap. But, like, the younger generation things, I'm trying to, like, hear it for exciting new music, as opposed to being like, it's not the thing I like.
But the thing is, I've always kind of tried to take that approach with doing this, because I'm like, we'll check out stuff that I would never in a million years go and put that artist on.
Sure.
So I try and listen to it, objectively and think, why would someone else enjoy this? That's got nothing to do with the era or genre that it's aimed at. Because I like a lot of stuff, like even in the scope of my guitar-driven music that I like a lot of stuff that's in between, and I'm quite open to most of it. For that, it's just that inoffensive. It doesn't lean into the full bit where I can just immerse myself in the pop, like grandiose pop sound of it.
Sure.
But it's also doesn't go to where I would prefer my guitar-driven pop to be.
Okay.
It kind of sits in that middle area, where it just I don't go, I'll have some of that.
Sure. How did you guys feel about Miracle, the brand new track from Boys Like Girls? I said it's off the album, which is out now, so I haven't listened to that. For those of you that haven't heard them before, does that make you want to go listen to them? And for those older fans, how do you feel about this kind of newer direction, new sound from them?
It's super different.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing. It's maturity. It's like, it's not like...
Put it this way, I'd much rather listen to this than the old stuff.
Yes, you would. It's not like they've come back and they're like a whole new band with completely different sound. It's just like a progression on their sound.
Yeah, and it's that sort of music. It's all about the hooks anyway. You know what I mean? It's all about it being anthemic and relatable and memorable.
Yeah.
And I think they did that.
See you guys next time.
Thanks for hanging.